Have you ever hit a wrong note in music or in life? Now, see, that wrong note in life is when you do something and you go, oh no, that was not supposed to happen. This is otherwise seen as failure. And we are all humans here, or at least I hope. So we have all failed before, or at least have felt as if we failed before. And as someone that plays an instrument, the saxophone, I have had plenty of times where I failed, or at least felt as I have failed. Sometimes I play my instrument and it squeaks so bad, even the walls want to flinch. But here's the funny thing. Every musician knows that these mistakes and these wrong notes actually help us find our sound. Now, all of us, not just musicians, are finding our right notes as we go. And sometimes these practice takes that we endure actually help us find our song. Now, when I say the word failure, some people get a little scared and want to avoid that. But what if I told you that failure is actually feedback? A sign that you're trying, a sign that you're experimenting, and a sign that you're caring enough to risk being wrong. Think of some of the greatest inventors, musicians, and thinkers. They didn't get their invention or their song right the first time. They probably didn't even get it right the first 100 times. One of my favorite examples of this is the legendary trumpeter, Miles Davis. People know him for his beautiful quality of sound, his tone, articulation, everything. But what people don't know about jazz, which is the genre that Miles plays, is that it is basically built on mistakes, on improvising, on adjusting, on stepping into the unknown. One of my favorite quotes from Miles Davis is, "Do not fear mistakes. There are none." I love this quote because he isn't just talking about music. He's talking about life. You can never do something new if you're afraid to mess up. You can't improvise if you're afraid to sound bad. And you can't grow as a person if you're terrified of failing. Now, I saw this in my last LGPE. And for those of you who don't know, it's short for Large Group Performance Evaluation. Now imagine this. 40 to 50 band students come in here. They sit down, ready to play 3 to 4 pieces for 3 judges scattered across the audience, having a microphone in their hand, tapping their pencils on the clipboard, feeling as if they're staring at you, while you're hoping that your nervous fingers do not betray you. Now, at my last LGPE, I had a solo. This was my first real solo. And to be honest, I brushed it off. I saw it, I played it, and I thought to myself, this is easy. I don't need to go home playing this. And that's when the day came. 40 to 50 band students came in here, sat down, ready to play 3 to 4 pieces for 3 judges scattered across the audience. And when I sat down, it felt as if the lights, they were 50 times brighter. And the way the judges were holding their microphones and tapping their pencils on the clipboard, it felt as if it was 10 times louder. And it felt as if they were staring at me while I was hoping that my nervous fingers do not betray me. But sadly, they did. It came time for us to play our piece. The director looking at me, getting ready to cue me in for my solo. But my brain froze, and I came in a beat late. It felt as if I just failed my band all at once. We all just wobbled and fell apart like Jenga blocks. But here's the funny thing. Looking back on it, that horrific performance taught me something that no other perfect performance could. It's that those who dare, or those who grow, are the ones who dare to sound a little off at first. And that failure, it's not a punishment. It is a teacher. You see, failure, it's not a wall. It is a bridge. Each mistake builds you one step closer towards success. And as musicians, we know this better than anybody. We record ourselves playing a little piece, listen back on it, cringe at the bad notes and the squeaks. but we fix it and we try again. We don't quit after one bad rehearsal because we know that progress sounds ugly before it sounds beautiful. And this is not just about music, it is about life. When you're learning a new language, you mispronounce things. When you're learning a new skill, you mess up the basics. And when you're learning to be confident, you trip over your words or doubt yourself before you even find your own voice. And I saw this in my chemistry class this year. August 3rd, 2025, the first day of school. I had walked into my second year of chemistry feeling as if I had just walked into my first failing grade. And I thought to myself, there's no way I'm going to do good in this class. I had no confidence, and that reflected onto my test papers. Failing his test and his quiz, having a 67 in the class. But those grades on that paper, it taught me something. That it was not the end. It was quite literally just the beginning. And now, I can proudly say that I passed the first semester of this class, averaging a 94, having higher than I did in my first year of chemistry. Those grades on that paper taught me that these mistakes that I endure, they actually strengthen me. They strengthen how I move, how I talk, how I think throughout the world. You see, we live in a society today that tells us to get it perfect on the first try. Social media, it shows you the highlight reels, not the bloopers. And when they do show you the bloopers, the highlight reels still get outshined by them. And school, it teaches us to chase grades, but not growth. But real life is more like jazz. It's improvising, it's adjusting, it's recovering from those moments that didn't go as planned. So the next time you hit a wrong note, pause, breathe, and don't stop playing. Because failure is not the opposite of success. It is the foundation of it. And maybe, just maybe, the mistakes that we endure are actually the first step into creating real music. Thank you.